Hooray! Thanks for hanging in there, Heather.
I just didn't know which way it was going to go. So here we are.
We
Yay!
don't either. We never do.
Well,
It's so
you
fun.
know this. Yeah. You know this life, Heather, this Mighty Networks life. Sometimes
Uh,
it's smooth.
yes. I don't often go live using the Mighty Networks thing. So that's why I was like, where do I go? What do I do?
Yeah.
I just go to Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
who cares? We're here.
We're here. And understandable. Yeah, understandable. Well, big day. Big day on the party today,
Yes.
Heather. We're so happy to have you be our first yarn sponsor.
I am thrilled.
Yeah, you're already killing it.
Yeah.
What?
Very punctual. That
Oh.
bodes well.
Very punctual. Yeah.
I am that, yes.
Laura, it looks like you came in costume.
I did. We're kicking off Vest Fest today, Heather, and I had to pull out my Vest Fest project from last year, the Sporty 45. Sporty 45 vest or cardigan? I didn't look it up in advance. Sorry.
That is the cardigan. I am knitting the Sporty 45 pullover currently. We're doing a knit along in my community right now.
Yes.
So, I mean,
Such
it would actually
synergy.
be a good contestant for Vest Fest.
It's
would say.
perfect.
So
Yeah.
here is mine, working on the V-neck here.
Yes. It's
There
sort
you
of the photo positive of my photo negative. I've got the dark with the light stripes, and you've got the light with the dark stripes. Love
Yeah.
it.
So
Beautiful.
I'm really enjoying it. It would be a good contender for Vest Fest because
Yes.
we have a bunch of people that are like knitting it now to layer it with like a button down or something in the fall. So
Smart.
Yep,
Yeah.
that was exactly my thought. And then we have shout out to Sharon Pfeiffer, a member of our community who has all the best buttons. And
Yeah.
she had these really cool diamond buttons, right? It's just like it's a button
Cute.
fest. Super fun.
I mean, it gives the good vibe, the like 70s vibes, doesn't it?
That's the idea. Yeah, for sure. Thank you for seeing my vision, Heather. I feel really seen. Thank you. Yeah.
Anytime.
But my colors, for those who are watching live and are like, oh, I am taking advantage of the UU partnership, this is the pistachio and the natural. Those are the colors that I used. Yeah, vanilla.
Yeah.
Thank you. Vanilla.
Yeah, this is the vanilla with the
there we go.
black licorice.
Shades of vanilla. So there we go.
Vanilla, but in a good way.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. In the best way.
Yes.
Yeah, in the best way. So Heather, I was hoping you could kick us off with a little kind of overview of what you do at UU. I'm going to start with a leading question. Heather, how many people are on your team? What's the huge amount of humans that you employ to have such a successful yarn business?
Here she is.
Yeah.
I'm searching for the staff. I'm searching. I'm looking.
Yeah, no, I am a girl with a yarn company dream. I started UU Yarns 14 years ago. Don't know how that's come happen. But I started with my savings. It was I went to a yarn mill because I had a yarn store with my sister back in the early 2000s, so I knew a lot about the yarn industry. I knew how to design, I knew yarn and what stores needed. And so I started with one yarn, woolly worsted, in 7 colors, and now I have 4 weights of yarn, not just worsted. We have fingering, sport, worsted, and bulky. And across those, I've gone from 7 SKUs to I am adding 3 colors this season.
Ooh,
and so we're going to 109 SKUs, which I'm just like, what? And by we, I mean me.
Right.
We all do that. Yes, the royal we all do that. We just say we when we mean I.
Yes. Yeah, it's down to me. Right.
That's phenomenal.
Sorry, Kuma.
Do you
But then
have
again,
those
anyway,
colors available? I'm just nosy.
well,
I
so
don't want
I
to
was
pressure
no,
you.
no, you can't. It's okay. So I was just gonna show my palette. I had to set something down. So this is the 25 colors of current UU land. So
And party
this,
people will recognize a lot of these colors because there
yeah,
are the pistachio for one, the
right in
saffron
the
is
middle.
the other. I
Oh,
love that saffron color. It is,
and
it appears in
uh,
a lot of my
I was
accessories.
gonna say, Allison made like a little bow with the sapphire not long ago, right?
Yes,
Yes, I
for
did.
sure.
And then, so this is what we're currently working with, and I am adding, you get to see my pretty, like I don't have it on skeins yet or anything. You can see my pretty, what I get from the mill.
This is even more
Exciting.
exciting. All
This
right.
is not,
All
this has
right.
not been out on public yet. So there's a rusty orange called persimmon,
I
and
mean,
then
okay, that's fine. Whatever.
in the middle is mocha, and then we're adding sunshine. And you can see it's way
Oh,
more yellow than citrus. So.
Yeah.
Heather, thank you for kissing up to us so much. Famously,
Harvest
Allison is
Dream.
our yellow lady. And yeah,
Yeah.
Harvest Dream. And I love a rust. This is stunning.
Yes, I was going for rust. I'm going to call it persimmon. And then,
Love it.
it's the year of
Mocha.
mocha mousse. So we're going with like a medium mocha-y milky brown.
Way
And
better
here's
than
my nice,
whatever the hell they were doing over at Pantone. Yours is way better than that. I don't know what
100%.
that was happening.
Especially
Yeah.
with the rest of your rainbow. I really see it in
yes,
there.
I know. I think we're gonna, I'm prepping for a trade show next week. So I'm like in the middle of, I need to go out and take photos of these, like, I need to whip up some photos. In my mind, this is the warm collection. So we're warming up
Oh,
like for, I don't know.
Warming up
So
into it.
anyway,
very.
this is
Yes.
top secret news. No, like not even a yarn store has seen these yet. Just so you know, this is party privacy.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Exclusive, exclusive. Now, when will those be available to purchase, Heather?
Hopefully sometime in the summer. I'm like, it takes a long time for yarn to get made, at least like 3 months, and then
Yeah.
it's got to get from Italy to me. So that takes a good solid month as well. So I'm hoping like July, August. It's so in time for fall knitting for sure.
In time for Vest Fest.
Yay.
Love
Oh
it.
my gosh,
Oh, is there a second
yes.
Vest Fest?
Is
Because
there,
you said you're
sorry?
kicking. Is there a second Vest Fest?
Oh, it
Because you
goes
said you're
all
kicking.
summer long, babe. All summer long.
Okay.
And then we kick off Sleeve-tember in
Yeah.
September. So, sun's
Ooh.
out, guns out all summer long.
Yes. Yes, we do it. We do it. So Heather, you've been in business for 14 years doing UU yarns, and
Yes.
you've grown, seems like amazingly, but still you manage everything yourself,
Yep.
which is so awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to keep my costs low. I'm not trying to put on any, I'm not trying to act bigger than I am. I just want to have a little yarn company that sustains my livelihood. So that's kind of what I try and do. And maybe one day we'll end up growing and getting a little office or something like that, but I really don't care if I never do.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, one of my jokes is always nobody gets into the yarn industry to make millions.
Yeah. No, and
No.
I'm happy doing like, yeah, no, I like connecting with my customers more and my knitters and more than like setting out to be all over everywhere. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
Oh,
like you guys, a few diehard fans, it keeps us going, and
yeah.
yeah, it's just, I don't know, just well, I get to make pretty yarn, and I get to see what people can create with, I kind of think of it as colored pencils because each color is its own little, oh, you look at those.
Oh, colored pencils? I just happened I
Yeah,
just happen
where
to have some colored pencils right next to me.
there they are.
These are so cute. Like a
Thank
little
you.
extra gifty that you make, right, Heather?
Yep. Yeah. Uh, we put them.
Yeah.
I did a color theory class in February, and so those we put together little kits for that, and then we walked through the color wheel type of thing, and you could like do examples and stuff like that with the
I
I
love
know the
it. I
little
was so
sharpener
happy.
in top. Anyway,
It's so
I
cute.
got
It's the perfect thing. Yeah. So if you are ordering, sorry, let me rephrase. When you're ordering from UU over the next 2 months, be sure to throw one of these into your cart because obviously you need this. Laura and I, we're gearing up for our Iceland excursion. We go to Iceland in June for
oh
two
my
retreats.
gosh.
Yeah, and Laura's putting together the packing list. On the packing
Mhm.
list is colored pencils. How packable is this little
Extremely.
colored
Oh,
pencil set right here? It's kind of
yeah, because
perfect.
Carry on
they have
friendly.
the sharpener.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, you don't
I
have to
guess we
worry
need to
about
get
it.
you one, Laura.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting here like, that's cool, yeah, house and dad fun, well, I guess we'll share. But I'll DM you my address, girl.
um yes, so anyway, I like to think of it as colored pencils, like, you open a box of colored pencils and you're like, oh, what should I go for next? And that is what I like to think of. Each of my colors has its own place and position, just like in a nice open box of Prismacolors, like
Yes, I love that. Yeah, I love that. Now, Heather, you said something that I think is really important to selling yarn, and I'm assuming that this is coming from your yarn store background, but you have so many patterns. You have so much pattern support
Mhm.
for your yarn, and that is so important to sell yarn, is to be able to see samples and see the yarn knit up. Are you designing all of those patterns? What's that process like?
I don't design them all. I do design the majority of them, but I work with designers. Like, I know I've worked with Allyson over the years,
Yeah.
and but I do design a lot of them myself. And then I work with designers who have a similar kind of like aesthetic to
Mhm.
me. So,
Yeah.
like Elizabeth Smith there with that sporty 45. She and I do great, I think we have 4 or 5 patterns together. They're on her line, but they use my yarn. So that works out for both of us.
Yeah.
And then the ones that end up on my line, uh, sometimes it's a flat fee, or sometimes it pays out later. There's all sorts of different ways. Like, each designer is a little bit different in the circumstances and all that type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, those river mitts. Yes, I love the river mitts, Heather. Uh,
Um, uh,
yeah, those are
yeah.
cool.
So it just depends on vibes. And are designers coming to you? Are you reaching out to designers?
Uh, you know, I don't get a lot of designers reaching out to me, but I'd be happy if more did. Maybe I need a little contact form on my website, because I am open to it. I
Yeah.
just like an open casting call type of thing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But it's not, yeah, I haven't really explored it much, but maybe that's a good goal for fall with the new colors and stuff. Maybe we could put together like some sort of fun
Harvest
Yes.
Dream kits. Yeah,
The
love. Harvest Dream
same.
patterns.
Yes, use those.
theme. There it
Yeah, I love that.
is.
One of the things that Laura and I talked a lot about when we worked at Knit One, was people have a hard time visualizing projects in a different color.
Oh yeah.
So which is crazy.
It's not. I mean, you're kind of drawn to the colors you love. Like, I remember when I worked in a yarn store, you could almost help people. You could help move people into a different color. They come in, they're looking at the green, but they're wearing pink. You could get them into this pattern
Yes.
because of what they're wearing. So it's like they like what they like, and you just have to kind
It
of
always
like,
surprised, absolutely. It always surprised me though how people couldn't back into it. Like
yeah.
they would see your green sample there and be like, "Wow, I love everything about this. I'm just not a green person." And you would be like,
Yeah.
"I think you like pink, Heather, because
I
that's
would
what you're
also,
wearing." And they're like, "How did you know that?" And I'd be like, "I have this shade of pink in this yarn, and you can knit this pattern in it." And it would blow their mind every time. And I was
yeah,
like, I'm good, but like you're giving me a lot of credit here, you know?
Yeah. Right? Oh my God.
it's so
Totally.
true.
It's
But I do end
observation.
up, yeah, I do end up wearing. I sometimes make samples in a couple colors just to,
I was
like, I
just
just
gonna
came out with
ask.
a little hat with leaves on the top.
We
Oh,
were
that was on my
gushing
list
about this
to
hat.
talk
It's the
about.
sweetest. It is so sweet. Do you have like the sample handy by any
Well,
chance?
that one was in pistachio, as Laura's
Yes,
wearing, but then I
obviously.
made a sample in lavender so that we could, because it's like I have 22 colors of Baba
You sure
Bulky,
do.
and no, they're not all perfect for a leaf hat, but more than green, it looks cute
You
in
could go,
anything.
yeah. Yeah, now can you yeah, show it to us in action, Heather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Okay,
is
yeah.
gonna
So
be, you're not ready.
yeah, it's a little square hat. Um, and then you tie the little ties at the top, and it kind of origamis out like like this. Hold on, it looks cute on too. I'm putting it on because that's how I do.
Commitment.
So I know
Ah!
it does look really cute though. Like I
Yes, it
freaking
It's
love it.
does.
it's so fucking cute. It's like
Isn't it fun?
gross.
It's just a
It's
little bit of
Yes.
genius.
happiness.
It's genius. Yeah.
And it's so easy. Like it just the stems and leaves end up taking longer than the rest of the hat project.
Right,
Right.
because you're just doing this.
So is
Doing
the
Yeah.
is the hat itself one skein and then the stems and leaves a second?
Oh, no, actually, like I think we wrote it up in 5 sizes. This is one ball, and I still have here, this is what's remaining actually. Like I still
Oh
have
my
some,
God.
yeah. So I think if you want to there's like an even larger size, which probably, it's like for a big dude,
Every
Or maybe
big
if you have a
dude
lot of
needs that hat.
needs
Like
a
every
leaf
big
Big
hat.
dudes
dude.
need leaf hats too,
I
you
know,
know.
Yes, they do.
Right, we write it, whatever. You do you. I got no problem with that. Anyway,
Right.
so it's a lot like it's kind of like even like the pussy hat concept. Like you
It
put the hat
is.
on.
But a
Yeah,
way to
that's
make it like spherical, it just really blew my
right.
mind. I was like, that
Right.
it's
It
it's
just kind of
it's
origami
fascinating in
off.
its simplicity. Yeah, it's beautiful. I just love it.
Good.
Yeah, it's the
It's
cutest.
called
Now, Heather,
petal and leaf.
you said that this has been one of your most successful pattern launches to date,
Oh, yes, I did.
right?
Yes.
Which
Yes.
just kind of goes to show, I'll speak for myself. You just have no idea what's going to connect with people,
Mm-mm.
like you spend so long being like, this idea is going to hit, everyone's going to love it, and then it's like crickets, and then you make a petal and leaf hat and you're like, oh, this is cute, and then people lose their minds,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, I know you can put a ton of effort into a whole sweater and you're like, cool, I sold 20 of those.
right. And you're just like, do one afternoon, here I'm
Yeah.
gonna put petals on this hat, and then
It was
right.
literally like a friend had a baby and I was like, the father works at like a organic lettuce company. Tell me you're from California without telling me you're from California.
That all
Anyway.
tracks. That all tracks. Yeah.
Yeah. um we were gonna see him and we were like, I don't know. Tom was like, oh, you should whip him up a hat. I'm like, okay. And I came up with that thing. And I showed it to a few people and they were like, you need to write that. I'm like, oh, all right.
I mean,
And that was
so
like November.
funny.
I made that in like November and I've been sitting on it and I'm like, oh, it'll probably do well for spring. And then I wanted to make a video and I was sitting on it and sitting on it. And somebody was like,
Yes,
get it done.
Yes,
this is
you
very
need that. You need that
relatable.
energy. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Yeah, very relatable.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I love that hat. It's so cute. People are saying it'd be so cute for a baby, so cute for a kid. Yeah, what a wearable little adorable little. So throw a skein when you're putting in your order, throw a skein of a bulky in there
Yeah.
too, and get yourself
Yep.
an adorable little hat. Getting a question from the chat from the lovely Lisa. She
Hmm.
says she loves your love note so much.
Oh,
That's the right
yes.
option. Yes. What yarn do you use for it?
So this is our fluffy fingering, which I believe you are talking about today, Allison. So that's fluffy
Yes.
fingering held with Emma's Yarn Marvelous Mohair. Um,
Oh,
so,
nice.
oh, I can, Laura, if you go to the
Link it.
UU
Yeah.
Yarns on
Mm-hmm.
Ravelry, I have the Ravelry page for it.
Oh,
So
perfect. Yeah, yeah.
you can see the combo on. I have the yarn combo because I don't have the mohair sitting here. Is all I'm saying. But it was
Nice.
this fluffy fingering and cotton candy.
Oh, it's so good to see how having a slightly darker pink really
Yeah,
takes the overall tone of the pink down a little bit.
I
Yeah.
know. I wasn't intending to match my entire like display until I sat down here. I was like, "Well, this is a lot of like mauve pink going on."
Into it. Into it. Yeah, that's so
But
good.
the um yeah, the mohair had like a brighter pink and it even had orange on it. So, did
Really?
you find it,
Is it
Laura?
on the UU page or your personal page?
I think it was on the UU Yarns Ravelry page.
Got it. All right, taking a look.
All
Okay.
right, she's very good at this. In the meantime, I do want to talk about fluffy fingering, Heather, because
Okay.
um yeah, I knit up my swatch. I knit up a
Yeah.
swatch for my luminose. And I knit up my little swatch just flat, and I threw it in the washer and the dryer. I steamed it out. His stitches look beautiful. It's so light and airy. I absolutely love it. The only thing that changed was my row gauge kind of shrinked up a little bit. Same thing happened when I steam blocked it too. It just kind of stretched in like the nicest way, and just kind of locked in. But it's so nice to have like a predictable, washable yarn.
Yeah. I was reading your Instagram post and
Yes.
it's like we're like telepathically aligned at the moment, Allison, because I literally made a display for my upcoming trade show booth that
Yes.
of the exact same thing. It's on the blocking mat, so excuse my booty here.
Okay.
Okay. So this is kind of a little version of one of our popular patterns called the Charles and Chelsea blanket. And
Yeah.
so what we did was this is just blocked with soak. Okay, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here.
You're doing
You're
great.
doing great.
This is just blocked with soak, and you can see it's got the regular kind of sheen and shine and drape. And then this one, I did this yesterday, so we can.
So glad I get the front row seat to all this science. It's so
So
helpful.
much science.
So I did the same sort of thing. This went through the washer and the dryer. There we go. 5 times, like with no care, all the laundry. And so you can see, and we have a bunch of different stitch styles, garter and seed and stockinette, reverse stockinette. And you can kind of see it got
Oh,
fuzzier,
it's a little
but,
halo.
Yes.
and like, yeah, I don't know. Like, you can definitely feel a bit of a difference. Like, it's a little more dense, but
Yeah.
what baby's not going to love that? It kind of
Yeah.
filled in.
No kidding. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's, I
Yeah.
don't know. So I
Yeah.
was just making
Perfect.
this for my trade show display. So because I've always said it's washable, so I'm like, here you go,
Yes.
touch it, get
Yes.
used to
See
it.
the difference. Yeah. See the difference.
Right.
Yeah. So
Beautiful.
I do a lot of encouraging people to when they're looking at like to make a garment for a adult human,
Mhm.
to stay away from unpredictability. And a lot of times unpredictable is washable yarn, like superwash yarn, because it's slippery, you might have tension issues, right?
Yeah.
But it is absolutely perfect for accessories, baby stuff, like, right, because if the row gauge shrinks up a little bit and gets a little bit denser, you're right, like, what baby's not gonna like that? How is that's gonna
Right.
just be like the perfect thing, right? If you're making a
And
sweater
like you
and your sweater shrinks up a little
yeah,
bit, that's not good, right? You don't want that.
right.
Yeah, you don't want
Or
that. So
yeah,
go ahead,
like you
Heather.
said, it gets slippery. Some
Yes.
superwash gets slippery and it can grow too. So you
Yeah.
don't know which way it's going to go. And so it
Mhm.
not,
Unpredictable.
but
Yeah.
I like that you took the time to like take your swatch and figure out how it's going to be, because then you will
Yes.
have a garment that is successful.
Exactly. Exactly. And so we're always like fighting those blocks, right? It's like you can only, I'm sure you do this too because you have so many you have so many patterns, but you're always trying to fight the knitter's instinct, right? Like, yes, you have to make a swatch. Yes, you have to treat the swatch like you're gonna treat your garment. It's like, which of these steps is that knitter not gonna do, and then blame you for it. So like
Well,
find the right, like find the easiest path forward for everyone, which is why I blanketly a lot of times say, okay, we're making a worsted weight garment. Don't use superwash for this,
mm,
because it's not gonna be predictable, and you're gonna have to work really hard to get that to fit you properly. And I don't believe you're gonna work hard to get that to fit you properly, right? We're
I
fingering weight doesn't have the same weight, so it is
right.
slightly more predictable. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yes, but I've made a ton of like worsted weight sweaters and have been happy with them. Now, I mean, I don't necessarily live in, say, Chicago. I
Oh,
live in San Diego, so I wear mine a few times and then I block them and put them away again. So I have a
right.
bit of a different
Sweater lifestyle.
usability. Yeah,
Yeah, sweater lifestyle. Yes.
right.
Yeah.
So um the you know like I do have a ton of worsted weight garments if you'd like to go over.
Please, can we see some? Oh,
The
let's
people would
start.
Oh,
love.
Can we
sure.
start with the green one? Because Tia in the comment,
Oh,
Heather was
sure.
looking. Yeah, she wanted to talk about the cute green tea behind you.
Yes.
So this is called Silver Spring, and it is knit in fluffy fingering as well. Whoa, girl, calm down. Um, So it is so fun. It's just eyelet increases at the whole yoke, and then you stop, like you do a decrease here, so
Mm,
then it just goes straight.
yeah, you can see the little curve when you stop
Yeah,
increasing. That's so cool.
yeah. So it was a really fun one to make. Like, I don't know, just super relaxing
Love
because
that.
you make a stitch, it gets a little bigger and then it stops being bigger, but it just stays cute.
Very
So
cute. Very
yeah,
cute. I
super
like
Adding
fun.
this to the bundle. This is too cute. Love.
I think I knitted on like a 3, which it wasn't bad. It didn't take it's not super
Yeah.
huge and
I knit this swatch on a 3 too. I'm knitting my Luminos on a 3. Yeah, it's
yeah,
feels
it's
good.
not bad.
It's a nice fabric.
Um, but yeah, here, I have a great one of my favorite worsted weight sweaters. I made
In color work.
there you go.
Oh
I know I
shit. See,
almost
it
wore it
can
today,
be
but I couldn't bring
done.
I almost wore
That
it, but
would
I
have
couldn't wear it
been
myself.
true commitment. So is that how does the cowl neck drape? Do you fold it or do you let it do
Oh,
its thing?
actually,
Love
it's
that.
wide enough. I just kind of let it slouch.
That's
Oh, I love
beautiful.
that.
Yeah, I
That's one
kind
of
of pull it
my
up the.
favorite things about your yarn is its drape. Like it just lays so beautifully. So that makes sense to
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
So this was a ton of fun. This is the Caitlin Hunter called Ilya. Ilya. So super fun. That used my heathers in the sapphire, and then
Oh, I
the
love that
lavender
together.
and the vanilla in the regular. So super fun.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I just finished that. I wore that all winter.
Oh,
So yeah, again,
beautiful.
worsted weight, like it's nice and thick. And like you said though, it's when you knit my yarn specifically, if we're
Yeah.
gonna talk superwash,
Please.
um,
Yes.
my yarn has a bounce that a lot of others don't have. You know, like
Yes.
Malabrigo has a much lighter twist than
Yes.
woolly worsted. So um my yarn doesn't get that like maximum stretch that a lot of other superwash yarns end up getting. Like
Yeah.
take for example even the Sporty 45. You know, did that grow a ton? Uh
Nothing. Mm-mm. Nope.
and Elizabeth Smith even said that hers grew about 1 inch over the entirety of the shirt, and that's in the sport weight.
Yeah.
So I've really found that when you knit my yarns closer to the suggested gauge, the closer you are to the suggested gauge on the label, the less unpredictability you're going to end up with. So,
Nice.
you know,
Yes.
again, this was on like a 7. This is hitting at like 20 stitches to 4. And yeah, it doesn't move much. And
I
Oh,
have
nice.
noticed there is a real recovery to all of mine because
yeah.
I also make a lot of your accessories. That was what we kitted up a lot when we were at the yarn shop.
Oh, I know. Those are so fun.
Loved all the accessories, and they did like they had a lot of recovery and they were hard, like they lasted. But
Yeah.
I
Yes.
never thought about the twist difference between some of the
Yeah.
other super washes that
Yeah.
we carried
Yeah.
in your
Um,
yarn. That makes a lot of
I
sense. Yeah,
I think that makes a big difference. And you also knit the cat lady.
Cat lady.
I sure did.
How
Twice.
that doesn't move a lot, does
Mm-mm.
it?
No,
And
it doesn't. And it
that
was,
was on like an
I
8.
right? And that's why I was always like, well, short sleeve, right? Like yoke. I was like, that's as far as I'll test this superwash theory. But I've never had an issue with my cat lady.
Ignore my ends not being woven in.
It's just
Always.
relatable
Always.
content, Heather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally stuff the ends up my sleeves when I wear them.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
there you go.
Uh,
Yeah, I know. But anyway, I really should. So this is another great cardigan. Like it's been stuffed in the bin for a little while because I don't know. It
now,
just seems
is that the
easy.
saffron in the Heather's
Yes,
colorway?
it's
Okay.
the saffron. Yes, the main body is the saffron heathers, and then this is the woolly heathers.
Love.
And it's
Favorite color.
really my camera's really having a hard time with that one.
It's just too much beauty. Too much.
Heather, could you talk
Yes.
a little bit about what the Heathers is and how it compares with the other more solid
Sure.
colors that you have?
Let me open another bin down here.
Man, you're just ready for us, Heather. I love it.
Oh, hey, nothing put us online like that.
Yeah, that little blip in
Yeah,
2020.
exactly, exactly, exactly. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna stand for this. So
I love
here
it.
is like we were just talking about. So this is the woolly worsted in just woolly worsted, and then this is the Heather's version. And like I said, the camera was oh there. Okay, the camera's doing pretty good. So
Mm-hmm.
what the
It's
Heather's
so pretty.
is we take uh the regular like standard UU main color, and then when they're dyeing the fiber, they dye 80% of the fiber with the main color, and then they take, let's see what else I have in here. They take 10% of it and make it brushed silver, which is another regular UU color, and 10% is charcoal. So when you take this and mix it with those, you get that.
More science.
Who we
More
know.
so.
So, so you can do it
Yeah.
like there's the berry. So you can see kind of how that shift happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun. And then it lets you make just um super pretty like color combo blends. Like one of the most wild ones is this, is this the lab? No, this is the cotton candy. But anyway, it's hard to see sometimes on the
Yeah.
camera.
But
You can
no, I
see
mean, having
it.
the
Yeah.
comparison
Here's the
really shows.
lavender. There's the
Yeah, that
lavender.
one to me is always the most surprising. Yeah, the berry and the lavender, you're
Yeah.
like, wow. And it's like, you said it's like 90-10,
80, 80,
80,
10,
80,
10.
20,
10, 10.
80-10. Got it. It's such a difference. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you just tiny little bit makes all the difference in the world.
But
Mm-hmm.
it kind of lets you do some cool combos, and take things into, if you take my
I
greens,
feel like,
Yes.
yeah. Look at that. You
where's
put a
the,
vanilla on the end of that
there.
too. That's like a perfect
Okay,
fade.
one moment.
Oh, yes, the forest. Yes, look at that. Right. So
Oh,
Maya's making a great point
There's your
in the
fade.
chat
like a
about like
Paul
the flow
Clay of
over.
just woo.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
like if you're looking at like a zigzag pattern where you're doing like monochromatic, that would be, it's perfect. It's a perfect palette when you add in some of
yeah.
those heathers. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets really fun. And like one of the like if you can really get the aqua going, uh
This
This
is a
is blowing
fun
my mind.
with the teal. So, like I was saying, my colors are planned out so that
Yes.
they all work together, and you can confidently sit down and be like, I am going to make something, and you just kind of pull them together.
Just the
Yes.
So,
smarter, not harder element is will live and well with the UU brand, and why I turn to you often, Heather, because I'm like, oh, like
thank
I gotta do
you.
something. Oh, great, perfect. The wheel, just pick from the wheel. It's so
Yes.
helpful.
Oh my gosh, I just redid the wheel like because with the new colors.
Yeah, you
So,
gotta.
yeah. So that is coming out. Those I just did those images and they're anyway, taking my breath away.
Well, then you've got to be your number one customer, right? You've got to
Yes.
make yourself happy first.
Yes.
Exactly. So,
Yes.
so yeah, do we want to see any other colors while I've got my magic basket on my
I
chair?
love this magic bag that you've got there, pulling it out. Oh,
Let's do a
Maya,
red
in
orange
typical
fade. You
Maya,
got it,
yep,
Maya.
yep, typical Maya fashion. She loves
I
a
got
red.
you. Now, I
So
mean,
yeah, you're
let's
selling right now.
oh, yes, I know, and I'm gonna pre-sell because I mean, if we start looking at like how the orange and the red,
Oh
okay,
my God,
and then here with the red velvet, like
Maya.
Yeah,
so good.
right?
Oh, thank you, Maya.
So
Like
good. Harvest Dream,
Harvest Tree.
exactly.
Okay, I'm literally renaming my collection because I haven't made my wholesale flyers yet. So here we are. It is the Harvest
You
Tree.
You're
have to.
Thanks,
It's so
gang.
harvesty.
yes,
Yes,
yep.
perfect. So yeah, I
And
mean
we
that's kind of
will
where
feel
I
like
see
we
that
have a
yarn. Wait,
little.
wait, wait. We need saffron in here. Oh shit.
Yes.
Thank God. I always miss saffron when it's not there. So
Yeah, even if we
I
ditch
love
the
this.
orange peel.
I just love that saffron with the yeah,
There's
that
the,
combo right there.
I mean, I know I'm kind of far away even.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, so
very
that's
beautiful.
where I imagined that needing to be. And then if we go into
Yeah,
yellow,
I
like,
yes,
know. Oh
it's
man.
a hard yes from the party. So yeah, we just love. Oh,
so that's my lemon that has
Yeah.
been on the line for a long time, which you two are familiar with, I'm sure.
yes.
Yeah,
So the
it's so
lemon
nice
chiffon,
to see a golder version of the yellow. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Mhm.
it's even it's even wiping out a little on the camera. It's much more like I named it sunshine. It is nice and yellow.
But they both
Oh,
enhance each other really nicely. It's
yes.
Yeah,
it's
I
so
think they
good.
will make some good combos.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it does stand apart even from the citrus. The citrus has a bit more green to it.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
So
No surprise here. I'm very into this citrus pop. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous.
it's fun and it's
Um,
I made a bulky sweater in the citrus. This is called
Oh,
this,
cute.
there we are. This is called the pop top.
Now, see, we value not getting hit by a car around here, Heather, and in
Critical.
that sweater, you will not get hit by a car.
Yeah.
Very
Fact.
important.
Safety first, Heather.
Safety first.
Yep. Miranda.
Happy to help.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love that. So Heather, you have a huge range of patterns on your website. Do you
Yeah.
have any favorites that that you keep going back to, or that really stand out to you for whatever reason? I
Ooh.
was kind of flipping through that this morning, and there are so many of them, but sometimes we feel close to a few of them. Any stand out for you?
Wow. Well, I mean that pop top was one of the first
I can see
that was just a
why.
really
Yeah.
fun um like uh I don't know, just a spark of inspiration. Like every neckline casts on the same number, and then you increase it out in some funky ways with that seed stitch. And I don't know, it's super fun to knit. I think I've knit it like 5 times. So that,
Well,
and
there
I
you
made a
go.
cardigan. I also have a cardigan in it too. So
Ooh, that purple. Oh my gosh.
yeah, the indigo. I know I love this one. I'm just gonna hold it up sideways because it's a little floppy. So, and covered in dog hair, apparently.
Yeah, it happens.
Any good
Yeah.
knit is.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
know. Jeez.
So you're
So
pop topping. That's your
Yeah.
baby.
I do really love the pop top, obviously. Let's see, what other ones do I? The problem
Well,
is I
I
actually don't knit the same thing too many times. So, because I'm always like, ooh, I could do
yeah,
something
next
different.
thing. Next
And
thing.
always be selling. Always be selling.
Totally.
Yes.
Allison, do you have a favorite like or a UU yarn pattern that comes to mind when you think of, because I have one I associate with you.
Oh,
Oh,
do you? Well, what I
Yeah.
was gonna say is one I haven't ever knit, but I love that cat lady crop because making the cat like the print is
the
so
leopard print.
smart. Yeah, the
Yes.
leopard print is so fun, and I really loved you did like I think maybe when you first launched it, you showed it what it could be in a bunch of different kind of unusual colors that weren't typically found in the animal kingdom. And I just thought that was like
Oh,
so fun. And it really did. I just felt like that it was like hit at the perfect cultural moment too. Everyone was like really into
oh.
leopard print. And so
That
I
is.
just was like, this is so fun. Yeah.
Yes, there was like a Joe Exotic type thing going on,
Yes.
wasn't there? I kind of forgot that. Oh, that.
It
Oh my
only
God,
helps.
I know. I
It
totally
only
forgot
helps.
that was the. Oh, the cottage cap. That's good. I've made a few of those too. I liked that one, and then yeah, I don't know. That's a free pattern. The cottage cap is a really cute, like 3x3 mistake rib in the worsted weight,
Oh,
and it
Mm,
just I don't know, it's fun to knit because you don't have to purl that much. So
love.
yeah. That's a
and
draw.
it just gives it a different texture, and then if you make it with stripes, it's all kind of I don't know, just a fun one. um and then I really like making these baby sweaters. I have these cute little like raglan baby sweaters on there. I don't have any kids, but it's like my go-to. I actually designed it then in all four of the weights. So it's 3 sizes and four
Smart.
weights. That is like one of my
Go
that's another
to
pattern feat of you know
engineering.
what I mean? Yeah,
Smarter, not
absolutely.
harder. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the pattern that you were gonna say, Laura?
Well, the one that Yu first came to my attention through Allison because she flipped out about the head to the sleigh hat.
Oh,
And
Yes.
I just
that
remember this so much because it was at the front of the store when I was just a customer of the Knit One, and just a humble intro to knitting teacher there. And Elsa was like, "Oh, yes."
Yes.
And
It's
it
so
always makes me
cute.
smile when I'm flipping through UU stuff to be like, "Oh, to me, it's the hat that started it all." So I do love that head to the slice.
I love you lean into the holidays so well too, Heather. I think it's so fun. We do Christmas adjacent a lot over at the party where we use the pistachio or we use the red velvet where it's not
Right.
like
Yeah.
bright red and bright green, but it's adjacent. And so that's just really fun and seasonal. We love that. Yeah.
That's good. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's
So Heather,
next? Yeah,
oh,
go ahead. I was
I
gonna
was
say
gonna
you were
ask you
kicking
'cause
off. Yeah.
we're always kicking off something. Too much content. Everyone's gonna be bitching the whole rest of the day. Allison, chill the fuck out. This is too much content. We just can't turn it off, Heather. You know how
No.
it is. You gotta always be selling. I was gonna ask you, so next week you're coming to Chicagoland area for H&H.
I am.
Yes.
Yes.
So Laura and I cleared our schedules. I told you no last week. I was full of shit. I just am like behind on
FOMO.
17 things. I say no to everything. So
FOMO.
we're coming on Friday.
Yay.
So
Okay.
save a hug for us,
Please.
Heather.
Okay, I am thrilled that you're coming because I asked both of you separately and you both told me no separately, and I was like,
I know.
That's
what we do.
am not
We
okay
gotta
with
keep
that.
Sorry.
Yes, we're just fucking assholes. That's what it is. Yeah. But
You're like, I'm busy
just
that
had-
weekend. I'm like, it's not on a weekend.
I know.
And then it's like
Excuse me,
cricket, red. Yeah.
No, I'm really glad
Yeah.
you're coming because even if with like yarn sponsors coming through, like it's how important the show is. I've met you at shows
Yes.
since 2016.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. 2016? Is that what it was, Heather? I was like, I
do you
met
remember
Heather
we were
a
in?
billion years ago.
I mean, I
DC?
knew you online, but then
Yeah.
I think we actually met in person in Washington, D.C.
DC? I thought it was DC. Was that
Yeah.
16? Was that 2016?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
long timers.
Yes. Oh, I remember that. We were going somewhere and then we found you in an alley somewhere.
Oh, that's-
Yeah, I mean, that's about right.
I hope you upgrade a little this year, Heather.
My one sister was drunk and like climbed on this
Yes.
big vine.
Oh, shit. I remember that now. We were like, do you need help?
She doesn't come to the show anymore.
Bless.
Lifetime ban.
I banned her. Oh God.
Well, if I was going to be motivated to drink, it would be doing one of those shows because it is so much work. It is so hard. You're just like,
Oh.
talk about always.
And we're going to
selling.
drop in on you on the last day when the tank is empty.
Oh, that's
Can't
okay.
wait.
Oh
my
no,
God.
it's fun. You should see you're getting like this much in my office. The rest of it, I had to like move all my suitcases because I'm in here packing. So
Always.
the rest of it is like this chaotic.
We know that life. We know that life well.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
definitely.
So I'm getting ready and so yeah, I'm super excited and I'm thrilled you guys are coming. I was telling my husband about you. Like I was like, oh, I have an event to do tomorrow. And so I was telling him about you guys and he's like, well, are they coming to the show? Because he is. And he's my new helper.
Good.
And
Hide the
limit
booze.
his alcohol consumption. He only gets
Oh,
one shot every 4 hours.
Oh,
just to
I was
keep him
gonna say,
going.
yeah, he was like, we should really take a bottle for the hotel room.
Yes.
That's my
Planning
man.
ahead. Yes. Yeah.
So no, he was like, are they coming? I'm like, they're not coming. I don't know why. I'm like, anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
Glad to hear
for a
you are.
long time, we were true city gals and neither of us had a car. And so if anything wasn't, just like right in the city,
Where the
we're like,
fuck is Rosemont?
it's impossible. But I do have
Yeah.
a car now, and Rosemont is definitely on the blue line. So we were like, we talked to each other. We were like, this needs to
We got to
happen.
tone it down. We got to pull it back.
Yeah.
But I think too, like
I think
we
you'll
both
get a
did
lot of
we
value.
both- taut all weekend too. So you know when you're like about to take a trip and then someone else is like, "You want to do something after your trip?" I was like, "No, I never want to move. Are you kidding? I'm gonna lay on my couch for 3 weeks."
We were both doing the thing of like, April's crazy, April's a wash, May we're gonna chill out, and then someone's like, what about May? And we're like, no.
Yeah, what about May? Yeah, no, that's when we don't do anything. I'm not doing this. So we just need we toned it down.
Hold it back.
You were right.
Mm-hmm.
We were wrong. You were
100%.
right. And now we're doing this. We're living in this world. So we will see you next Friday, Heather.
Yay!
Get to finally meet you, Heather. I'm so excited.
I can't believe we've never met, Laura.
She's
but you're
great.
right.
You're gonna love Laura. She's great.
Wild. Well,
I
it really
do.
just yeah, right. It just really brings our whole thesis for our social networks together, because it's like we do know each other. We do.
Yeah.
Meeting is a formality. We have definitely met and collabed. So 100%. But yeah, I'm a huge fan. Heather. So excited.
I am.
It's a little creepy. I'll work on it. I'll keep my shit together.
She is a famous online stalker. Really,
I am. I'm virtual class coming soon.
How to stalk your online
How to softly stalk a year's long, subtle stalkings, a year's long practice. Yes, that's what it's called. Just 5 simple payments of $599.
But like, listen, Heather, if she starts to freak you out, you just blink twice and I'll remove her from your booth.
Yeah, you guys should coordinate offline, so I don't know the signal, but keep workshopping it.
I'll give you. We'll have a safe word.
I was gonna say we need a safe.
Allyson will just bring one of those big like vaudeville hooks and just like hook me away. Just get her out of here. It's a wrap.
Oh my!
I'm sorry. Bye.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get this out now. Yeah, it's good to get this out now.
Good plan. Good plan.
So Heather, as we're finishing up our live, if someone hasn't used your yarn before and they are like looking at that coupon code, they're looking at your beautiful face, they're thinking, wow, I want to support this woman. What's like your elevator pitch for you that's going to just like put them over the edge? Because I know I have mine and I'm happy to stop in, but I want it from the horse's mouth, right? Always be selling. I know you have this.
Well, it's a great yarn. Like I said, I'm an independent brand. Literally, it is just me. I built this company from my savings. And I try and bring inspiration in the way of color or patterns. And I try and keep it cheerful and like, I want our knitting to be our hobby. I don't want it to bog us down. So the yarns are delightful to knit with. They're not going to fight you like some other yarns. And they're long lasting. And you can come back to them again and again because they are reliable. So, it's reliable colors.
Hit us with that rainbow, girl. Love it.
The colors come, we have the 4 weights, the bulky, the worsted, the sport, and the fingering. So, kind of everywhere you look, it's like, oh, if you like saffron in one of them, if you like red velvet in one of them, you can come to another one and you got the same type of thing. So
my favorite thing about that's saffron and all the weights, please.
Yes. Yeah, it does come everywhere.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was a perfect pitch. Yeah.
You should really go into business for yourself. You should.
Thank you. And we do these little 50-gram balls, which I know for a lot of sweaters, sometimes you're like, oh my God, I need 17 of those. Yeah. But if you're making a beautiful color palette range, you get to do these types of fun things and then you don't have like 100, another like a ton left over. So it's part of the concept of the smaller skeins too. So.
It is really nice when you're doing some color work to be able to have like that cohesive range of colors. It makes picking colors so much easier. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It is fun. And nobody else really does it that way.
No. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, agreed.
So yeah, the new colors are coming out in 3. They're coming out in sport, worsted and bulky right now. I think
Oh
fingering is gonna get
my
an upgrade
gosh.
next year. So.
I love it. It's giving like Halloween socks,
Ooh,
right?
well,
It'll
yeah. I mean, I'm not bringing out and fingering yet, but okay.
When,
Oh God. Well, no, we love it. We love
but
a
when you
sock.
do,
I love a sport weight,
I
a
love a
good
sport
sport and
weight sock
worsted. Mm-hmm.
because you want it to be in a thicker gauge so you're not knitting it forever.
Well, that too.
we've really
Yeah.
been leaning into the DK weight socks around here.
Yeah,
So.
we have.
Okay, there we
You
go.
just make them. You just put them out, and then you can make them a little extra long, and then you can put them
Yeah.
in the washer with the dryer. That's
Yeah,
that we
the
love that.
dryer is really the game changer. That's why I'm like, time for some Yu socks. Damn.
Yeah,
Time
that's
for
true. I
some
made my
new
husband a pair in worsted, and yeah, I just I just go right through like
stuff.
every other pair of socks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's serious. Yeah. Well, Heather, thank you so much for coming on the party
Seriously.
today.
I
Um,
was so
uh,
excited to be invited.
so nice to chat with you, hear more about hear more about you and your business. Hopefully, we just see so much on the party over in the next couple of months. And yeah, everyone just falls in love with this great yarn. I'm into it.
Dream
Yeah.
collab. So
Dream
excited.
collab. Yes.
I am
Um,
thrilled to be the first.
Right.
yes. Inaugural. Yes,
There
inaugural.
we are.
Um,
Perfect.
all right. And everybody who watched us live, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us live here on the party to talk to Heather. Thanks for your great comments and questions
Yes.
to her. As always, our community is just the best, Heather. We're so happy to show you the good ones.
Yeah, way to be on
When
your
we're
best
here.
behavior, everyone. Good job.
Yes,
Good
nobody
job.
embarrassed us,
Good job.
which is important. Yeah. If you're watching this in the recording, which will be up in a couple of hours, if you have any questions or anything for Heather, just leave them in the comments on the recording, and we'll definitely get back to you. But find that coupon code in the party. Definitely buy some UU. Definitely, especially if you're coming to Iceland, get
Add
yourself
to cart.
some cute little color pencils because you definitely want this kit. Yeah. And Heather, hopefully we see you over the next couple of weeks popping up in the party in the
Yeah.
comments.
Oh, I will
Yeah.
come into the party. I know. I
Yay.
am. Yes. I am a member. I love the party.
You are a member. Exactly. You are a member. So if some kid comes say hi to us, it's just like one other thing, right, to log into. But yeah, we'd love
Yeah.
to see you. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we'd love to
Okay.
see you.
Well, I look forward to seeing you in person too.
In person.
Even,
Yes.
even
You
more.
got it.
Now that I'm.
Post it in the party. It'll be great. Yeah, it'll be great. All right, everybody.
Yeah, we have to. Perfect.
Yes. Yes, we will. We'll put it on the socials too, because
Right.
always making content.
Let the people
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, got to. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye, y'all.